And a teacher says 1 and 1 is 2. Anybody have any idea why? Anybody ever disagree with the teacher? It's not 2, it's 47.6. No, because the teacher had a set bunch of information that you were going to memorize, you were going to learn. And what was at the end? A test, right? So that was a teacher. They put that right here. That's a teacher. Now a trainer stands up at the front of the same room and says, 26. And for you it's 13 and 13. For you it's 20 plus 6. Everybody makes up their own number according to what they need. Is everybody right? Oh yeah. Does everybody have to have the same answer? Heck no. As a matter of fact, for the trainer, it is a boatload of fun when everybody has a different answer. And everybody gets to walk out feeling as if their mission and their dream was more important than the guy on the stage. So that's going to be my challenge to you today. You're going to spend, how long will we be here today, Brian? Until 5 o'clock. Till 5 o'clock, okay? Something kind of cool happened. Oh, and by the way, you're sitting here on a Saturday morning when you could be elsewhere. So I like that. I give you a round of applause for that. So you're sitting here on your Saturday. But if you just kind of sneak a peek back toward the door that you walked in, you can't see it because you don't have my special trainer eyes. See, when you get one of these really cool, like laser trainer eyes. You can't see it, but there's a little purple line, that you didn't see when you crossed over into this room, right? They gave you your badge, you crossed over. There's a little purple line. You guys can't see it, it's magic. When you crossed into that room, you walked into Don's jungle. It's a very small room. What is it? 40 by 40, 80 by 80, I don't know. It's small. I get to manipulate it. So imagine there's vines and monkeys and they're in Don's jungle. The whole thing, right? We get to manipulate it. We might have a great day today. We might not have a so-so day. But everything is here to be manipulated on your behalf. That's fun, right? That's fun, but it has to end. Because at the end of the day, when you cross back over the purple line, you cross back into your jungle. That's bigger than my jungle, yeah? That's the rest of the world. So I am incredibly jealous. My jungle is small. I get to manipulate, I get to call the shots, but very, very limited. Matter of fact, it's also based on time. I think I get 45 minutes to talk. You get the rest of your life to make yours come true. So I'm going to give you one challenge today. When you pass back over that line, remember that little purple line, look for it. Some of you might pick it up by the end, right? You might get those secret trainer eyes. That you have to perform some action. There has to be some captivating change from today. Otherwise, this happens. Anybody see a movie recently? You're at the theater. What'd you see? Name of the movie. Star Wars. Star Wars. Okay, this is fun. Right. You were probably not even old enough to see the first one, were you? Thanks very much. So, when you saw Star Wars, what kind of stuff happened? All that kind of stuff, yeah? Okay, Star Wars, lightsabers, damsels in distress, X-Fighters, blah, blah, blah. When you left the movie, were you like, yeah, I am the dark sister. I am the power of good. No, it was entertainment, yeah? But you had a good time, saw a cool movie, didn't really impact your life, but for how much you paid? $12? It was a good time, yeah? You've done that. Don't make today one of those. We will have all failed. Don't make today just entertainment. That you come up and listen to some people talk. Yeah, guys, it's a cool thing. Yeah, I like that. We have massively failed if, when you pass back over that little dotted line, nothing happens. Now, I do events all around the world, and I judge them at the end. I judge them. I watch what happens. There's two kinds of things that happen. In one event, similar to this, you have 100 people, 1,000, 5,000, doesn't matter. Everybody has a good time, great speakers on stage, they're passing out business cards, people start having a good time. And then when that 5 o'clock bell rings, people stay put. They stick around. They hang around, hey, can I get your number? Hey, and they start mingling. That's a complete failure as a trainer. The other kind of event, it's getting to be about 4:30, people start to look at their watch. About 4:45, they're going to watch again. Looking back. At 5 o'clock, when the last guy or gal is done, people bolt for the door. They got things to do. people to talk to, changes to make. They are fired up. And it's a completely different atmosphere between the people who are going to go make their dreams come true and take advantage of the seminar, and the people who said, yeah, it was Star Wars. It was Star Wars. So today, don't make it Star Wars. Make sure that at 5 o'clock you are revved up. There's something that's going to occur in your life. Maybe Brian's going to tell you something. Whoever it is, they're going to tell you something that's going to click with you. And here's what I'll ask you. The movie that you just watched, Brian showed us a motivation thing. Did anything there at all resonate with you? So, anybody offer? What part? Like, I like the part where the guy did what? What was that?
Create your own reality.
Create your own reality. Okay. For Carl, that specific part resonates with him. That's his personal testament to today. Who else? Just give me one word. Yes, ma'am.
Take responsibility.
Which one? Which is that?
I brought you up to class.
Oh, cool, yeah, with the Red Bull, that was me. The last second of my life. If I passed from this earth, that would be how I want to do it. Right? The last second, I'm flying to have our it's all. Right? That's the way I want to go. But until then, and here's the critical thing. Until that moment, I have a God-given right, as a matter of fact, a God-given duty to make sure that those things come true. Right? That's your onus. It's your burden. It's on your shoulders to make those things until that last moment. So whatever resonated with you in that movie, that's what's got to come out of you today. It has to. You've got to give it that kind of germination. You know, I really like the idea of that guy flying. Why? It's open, he's spacious, he's flying through those canyons. I don't know how they do it, that little wingsuity thing. And it's dangerous. He's living on the edge of his pants, right? What if he screws up? Boom, there's a price to pay. So today, there is a price to pay. There's a very, very big price to pay for non-action. It has nothing to do with the fee that you pay at the door. It has to do with if you clutch what you are looking for. Remember Mr. Oshiro? What was he looking for? Certainly wasn't looking to sell ionizers. Did anybody here wake up 5 weeks ago and say, you know what, I'm going to buy an ionizer? I didn't. None of us do. But he did wake up. What kept up Mr. Oshiro in the middle of the night is I have a captivating story based on adversity. As a matter of fact, he told me, he said, listen, I come from a loser's background. No silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't go to a prestigious university. My parents didn't pave this road of gold for me and I just walked into an executive position. I was the dishwasher. I was the street scrubber. I was the toilet cleaner. But I also knew that I was humble, I had drive, and I had a great message. And it was based on do not give up. No matter what, do not give up. They told him no hundreds of times. Mr. O took an advocate to Europe, to Asia. Gosh, I mean, if the moon was open, he colonized the moon. So he learned that no doesn't always mean no, right? It means not yet for him. So I would say, take a look at what you want to accomplish today. Now, in Magic, we talk about 3 healths, correct? There's bodily health. Of course, everybody wants to be healthy. And this afternoon, I'll tell you why that's a lie. Nobody wants to be healthy. I'll talk about that this afternoon. Number 2 is financially fit, right? You ever take a look at your financial fitness? Not your financial health, your financial fitness. How do you measure that? Well, bodily fitness, you can measure that, right? Heart rate, how many push-ups can you do, how fast can you run, your cholesterol level, you can measure that. But how do you measure financial fitness? Is it just your bank account? Is it how giving you can be? Is it how much you can give to your favorite charity? Is it that you can afford the best food, the best home, the best school for your kids? I don't know, that's all up to you. How you value that is very different than how I value it. But I'm certain, inside your brain, you know if you're financially fit. And the test is, are you spending all the money you possibly can? For most of us in this room, myself included, absolutely not. There's always room for improvement. And then that third health, the one that nobody talks about, right? We call it peace of mind. We use all these kind of interesting words. I call it relationship health. How healthy are you in your relationships? What's your relationship with your parents, if they're still living? What's your relationship with your children, your co-workers, the guy you play basketball with, the girl that you get your nails done with? Are those relationships healthy, or are they poison? And you know in life, if you have great, positive relationships, what happens to the rest of your life? things flow, right? If you've got all the money in the world, and you've got terrible health, and you've got terrible relationships, boom, you're circling the drain, as a matter of fact. So, if you remember Mr. O's story, when he came out and said, I want to help people, what was it based on? And he wanted to impact people at a personal level, right? We don't do massive, huge conventions where one guy gets up and pitches 5,000 people to purchase a unit. No. It's one-on-one. How many people in this room you actually sat down at somebody's dining room table, showed them a demonstration of time and water, answered their personal questions, and looked them straight in the eye? That's what you do. That's the kind of people that you impact. You're not giving this to large corporations. You're not trying to get in for multiple sales. You're thinking about what's right for that one person in one moment in time. That's intimate. That certainly is not network marketing, right? Network marketing, you do the best by getting tons of people on fire. 10 are buying lotions, 10 are buying potions, and you make a lot of money, yes. It has nothing to do with that magic. It's a one-time purchase product. People use it for the rest of their life. I drink a gallon of Kangen water a day, and if Mr. Oshiro fired me tomorrow, I'd still drink a gallon of water a day. No question asked. So it's something that comes into your life and never leaves. You become accustomed to it. But more so than that, I think a magical live in me for the rest of my life. Not necessarily just Kangen water, but this enagic spirit that's based on people caring about other people. Right? Think about the friendships. How many people just make friendships through enagic who have never met that person? Now you're supposed to be. Yeah. Could have been your cross line, up line, down line, behind line. I don't like all those words, but you know what I mean. Some of the relationships I've seen developed in enagic are magical. Absolutely magical. I've seen people create dynasties in enagic. Cynthia Brigante, Tamia, they have just created these type of entities where they empower so many people that no matter what happens with enagic, these people are going to be friends for life. And you don't get that in a lot of places. The closest you come to that is maybe church. So if you think of enagic as a spiritual place where people of a common mind come together with one common goal, and it's not necessarily what's good for me, it's what's good for you. And when we teach this course over, I've got about 15 minutes, Brian? You're good. Okay. We teach something. I think we're your umbrella here. By the way, cool for Mardi Gras. Love your city, by the way. Fantastic city. Cool city. We'll go over a really neat acronym that might help you. Tell me if we can see this. Is that visible? It says AIDA. A-I-D-A. That's it? Anybody ever been on a date? Nobody's dated in the whole room. I have kids. How did that happen? Okay, so you've been on a date, yeah? Yeah. This is the art of dating. Okay, it's real simple. The first one stands for attention. When you were out dating, okay, well, when you were out dating Mr. Handsome, how'd you get his attention? Come on, ladies, you got game? Adding eyelashes, had some nice clothes on. Well, you did the peacock thing, yeah? But you have to. That's what it's all about. It's attention, right? So the first thing in enagic is you get somebody's attention real easily, right? A lot of visuals, we have a demonstration. The attention factor is easy in enagic. It's a cool product, yeah? You're drinking it.